Hi YouTube, it's Laura, and I am coming back to you with another video today. This is day 10 of my 30 days of videos, but I did skip yesterday. So today I'm just going to be bagging up some of the inventory that I just listed, and it's not super exciting, but I do like to make things look nice when I'm bagging them. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. I have a little timer over here because I have to take yoga right after I do this video, because, you know, packing it in. So when that goes off, I need to wrap it up so that I can set up this same space to do yoga in, because that's the life that I'm living these days. Okay, so as you probably know, I am a cat lady. So I always have one of these things, and I use it on almost everything that I am wrapping, because just in case. So this is just a little hanky, so I just lint rolled the back of it. This actually was kind of a new old stock item, so I'm just folding it exactly along the really nice fold lines that were already there. So it has done my job for me. I don't even think I needed to lint roll this. And it was folded up so that it looked cute. Very nice. I put everything into poly mailer bags, which I know is not a popular choice. I do this for a couple of reasons. Number one, because I'm always afraid that packages are going to be like dumped in the swamp on the way to their new home, so I like to make sure they're protected. Second reason I do it though is because when I store everything in my inventory bins, they get really just like ruffled around over however many months, years I may have them, and this helps keep everything neat. When I just had things folded up in a bin and you were looking for something, you know, especially with lingerie and things like that, it just kind of slides and unfolds. It's like your t-shirt drawer, but you know, times 1,000, right? So this really helps everything to stay presentable. And then I just seal up the bag and ship it off to the customer like this. So number one, I did not give myself a bag to put everything into. Throw it on my bed, which you can't see. That's right there. That's where I sleep sometimes. Okay, next is this pair of pajamas. I've got a real professional setup going on here for you. So these are just some really cute PJs that I listed just a few minutes ago. Really don't need lint rolling, but here we are. So I'm going to do it. I've gotten quite a few comments on my packaging in the past about how professional it is, or even how something was just really like attractively packaged. I can't remember the wording, but I remember thinking that I didn't really do anything to make it look particularly fancy. But I think that a big part of it is that I do try to put it into the poly mailer in a way that looks really pretty. So if there's a special feature of the item, like a dress has a bow on it or something, I try and fold it up so that the bow is kind of showcased and just like a little present. And then I usually just put that poly mailer into another poly mailer. Usually I get these really cool decorative ones from, not You Pack and Ship. I can't remember the name of the company. It's a big company, but they are called the Recovery Mailer, or the Tattoo Recovery Mailer, and they are mailers that have this really crazy tattoo style artwork on them, and proceeds of them go toward addiction recovery. I'm always a little, you know, I don't want to say cautious or trepidatious about sending it out, but I know that there are some people that have very strong feelings about addicts, and that addiction is a choice, etc. So I kind of, you know, feel a little bit awkward sometimes. But it's a cause that I support and feel strongly about myself, and the mailers are rocking, so I love them. I am out of them currently, so everybody's getting eBay mailers. So here's my pajamas. hold on one second, fix the label, which does not want to stay down. So, that's it. Just all pretty and neat. I don't have any kind of fancy folding board or anything, but I don't find that I really need one. So, toss this on the bed too. I'm gonna have a nice mess to clean up on my bed when I'm done. Free People quilted bomber jacket. If it was cooler out, this might not have gotten listed, because it's not that I love it so much, but it's really soft and comfortable, and I don't have a good casual jacket for like, you know, like when you have sweats on. Like, I don't have a jacket that I wear when I have sweats on. But it is June, and I don't need to wear this right now, and I'm not in love with it, so it's getting listed. It got listed. It's already been listed, and it's getting sold. Hopefully ASAP. That would be really cool. It's very nice. Folding it up. I always fold it sort of like, you know, with the front. You have the front of an item, and then you fold, you know, I don't know. I'll show you with a t-shirt in a second. Lid rolling this jacket. Super exciting. Oh good, I did. I have two sizes of poly mailers also. And I actually prepared having both of them ready, thinking I don't need the big one. And it's like, grab it. You never know. I mean, I don't have that many items that I'm folding right now, because A, it's not super thrilling to watch me fold anything, and B, I have limited time. But I actually grabbed these, and I'm super excited about it. With these mailers, if you are getting poly mailers, I like the ones that are 2.5 or 3 millimeters thick. And not, there are some that are like a cellophane type of plastic. They're really thin, very crinkly, and they wrinkle so easily, and they're just awful. They tear really easily. I hate them. I ordered them by accident once, and I cannot stand them. These are clear in the front, and then as you can see, they're gray in the back, white on the other side. I feel like these were like magazine or document, you know, potentially, if you ever go searching for them. But I really like them. I feel like they're nice and strong. So I'm gonna be folding this up. So I fold it basically, you know, like that. To make it all nice and, this isn't. I don't even have a garbage can. I'm literally throwing these on the floor right now. I got the big mailers. I did not get the garbage can. What are you gonna do? Okay, so that's that. I don't think this needs it, but sometimes I also need to do a little sweater shaving, which usually I'm doing kind of before photographing, but you know, sometimes you miss things. Like this hole in this sleeve. Dang it. All right, so I'm gonna have to photograph that hole and mention it in my listing, which sucks because I put this sucker on Depop, and you know, you get like 4 photos on Depop, and I do like a little slideshow for the remaining photos, but that means now I have to redo the slideshow. Oh, sorry, Jops. Okay, t-shirt. Skeet Opry. Okay, let's see. Make sure that it's flat. T-shirts are weird because they like to twist as they age. Alright. Try and make sure both sides are even, which again on a t-shirt is not always the easiest thing to do. I do get a little weird, like, not weird, I get a little, you know, perfectionistic to a degree when I'm folding sometimes. I guess I just feel like this one's got a graphic on the front, so I'm going to try and fold it so that the graphic is nice and centered. And I make sure that the collar, I'll show you in a second. Sorry, this is like extra linty down here. I don't know what's happening. Okay, let's see, how can I fold this down? So right now I just folded this in, so that the collar is like in the center. It's not like, that or something. So fix that a little bit. Now you can see the graphic is mostly visible. So instead of folding it in half like this, which I could do, that's actually not terrible. But the other option is to fold that down enough so that the graphic is kind of more centered. I mean, this isn't like this is bothering me over here, but I'm not gonna go crazy. There are times when I probably would go a little bit crazy and try and fix that. Today's not one of those times. All right, little thermal shirt. Let's see, all right. Fold that so that the collar is nice and centered. Get the sleeves nice and flat. I'm only saying all these things to fill up the air space. Pretty sure y'all know how to fold a friggin' shirt and do not need my verbal instruction. This one I'm gonna fold in thirds because it just makes the sizing nicer. I like, this size. I don't like them to be super short or too long. I like it to fit in the bag neatly and have enough room to be able to fold over and close it, right? So, like, I don't like it to fill up the entire bag. As long as I can close it, it's fine. It's cute. And when I ship it off, I stick my business card on the front of it. I tape it to the front. So it's like a little tiny presentation. So here's a dress. Dresses can be a little bit, these are pretty easy because they're short dresses. But sometimes dresses can be a little bit more challenging to fold. I have a longer one that I'll be able to show you on. This one's a little more challenging because it's mesh and it's like not only got like lint on it, it's not like it's like, oh yeah, lint touched it, it's on here. It's like it called out to the lint of the county, and it's like, come to me, let's be one. Okay, clearly I'm not mentally stable at the moment. All right, so I usually will do one side of the dress. Got like some stubborn, there, okay. Fold that up. I don't have like a nice big table. I do have a shipping station, but it is of course filled with junk. But even when it's cleaned off, I don't really have enough room to spread out and fold up some stuff. So this is an ironing board that I'm on right now. Let's see. So I make sure I get the entire back side of the dress, and when it's, doesn't all fit on the ironing board, of course. I just have to be a little bit more creative in how I lint roll. I think it needs lint rolling. And because dresses are voluminous, I do try to be more careful with them. You know, it's easier to miss if there's cat hair or something on something. So this has like, almost like, not pilling, but like, almost, God. Okay. Alright, good. It's black and I'm under photo lights, so it just makes it worse. Do you guys have that experience where like you're photographing something and you know, you suddenly see a stain or a discoloration or something that just was not there before, but under the lights you can totally see it, and then when you're trying to like, I don't know, sometimes I find these like phantom stains that I didn't see in the store. I don't see them in regular daylight, but I see them under the photo light, you know, or vice versa. I can see them in bright sunlight, but not in the photo lights, so weird. Anyway, this is way too skinny right now. Look at how skinny I folded this. Whatever. Probably gonna look dumb, and I'm probably gonna need to redo it because it's gonna look dumb. Let's see how it turned out. It's alright. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. It has a little bow at the chest that I'm gonna tie. Put that in a little baggie. I don't know what to do for a good eco-friendly option. You know, eco-friendly actual plastic poly mailers are pretty cost prohibitive for me at least. And I suspect that they're kind of more BS than actually environmentally friendly. I don't feel comfortable just sending things without any other protection. I really get paranoid even just with one poly mailer, like if a poly mailer rips or something. They're really quite stable. I don't tend to have issues with too many poly mailers ripping, and you know, when you get one in the mail and you're trying to actually open it, it's like you can't rip through it. But I still just feel really insecure about having an item in a poly mailer without any other protection. And I know that a lot of that is just me worrying about something that is not necessarily going to happen, but that's just still where I am. So I don't get complaints about it, about the packaging that I use being not eco-friendly or whatever, but I see a lot of chatter about it online in some of the reseller groups, especially in some of the Depop groups with the younger people, and I just feel like it's something, see like this, it's like not quite even, so, but it is something that they're concerned about. You know, I think we're still at a point where people are balancing being eco-friendly and being cost-conscious as a seller, you know, what you can afford for your business, and being safe and, you know, all of that. So for now, I'm just sticking with what works for me. There we go. Ready? I've got one more. We're gonna see if we can keep going and do this. No, I don't. I have 2 more. 3 more. But I'm gonna do 1 more because I have to do my yoga class. So, let's see. This is a dress, as you can see. And I don't really have to do a lot of lint rolling, thankfully. There's not anything much going on here, but I wanted to do it because it is weird to fold. So this is a fit and flare, so the waist is thinner, and it has shoulder pads, which becomes a little funky. So when I fold the first side over, usually the shoulder pad kind of determines how far over I'm folding it for the top part. For the bottom, I forgot that I need to fix the folds on this dress too. Never mind. Okay, this is a nice little nightie that's probably not gonna be as problematic as that dress was going to be. But it's got a full-ish skirt, so let's see. We'll go there. These are always challenging. I try to get the center seam in the front and the back kind of lined up. I do get some difficulty folding it evenly. So because the bottom is so wide, I tend to sort of over fold, and I'm trying to make a straight line from like the strap down, but that means there's a lot of extra fabric here, which is fine, and then I just fold that back over again this way. Okay. Making sure there's no cat hair or anything crazy. And if there was, I'd be, I would be lint rolling and then pulling it toward me and, doing all this craziness. There's not, though. So let's fold that. Okay. Put that there. I feel like the bottom is still a little wider than I would like it to be. Yeah, it's a lot wider than I want it to be. So. There we go. Dang it. I don't know why, like half of my videos I'm cursing like crazy, and then I feel the need to revise myself and say things like dang it instead of motherfucker. I don't know what that is. Okay. I think that's good. So now this is a lot skinnier. There we go. I just like to make sure that it doesn't come out past the edges of the top. Tuck those straps back. They won't stay there, but I'm going to do it. And then fold this, I guess, in thirds. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty good. Not perfect, but yoga. So, I'm gonna put this in my little bag here. This is one of those things that if this was not in a bag, when I store it, it would be all over the place. Every time I was looking for something, it would just, it's already unfolding. I'm putting it sideways because it just fits better. And then, there it is. Isn't she pretty? So nice. So, that's my little inventory folding odyssey. And the clear mailers, obviously, when they're in my storage bins, so I can see what they are when I go to pull them out. So that's that. I appreciate you watching today and every day, and I will bring you another video tomorrow. Thanks.